morning, Sir Robert Fish. This morning, we will conduct a little short interview regarding on your business.
Okay.
And here is the question number 1. How did you start your business?
How I start my business? You were talking about the business here in the Philippines, our resort.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How I start this? I worked very hard before to save some money, so I have some capital, so I have some money to start it. So I built my place. I bought first the property, then I started to develop the property, and I had everything already in my mind. So all my ideas were there already. So I started first to build some apartments. Then I added the swimming pool. I renovated the house to have a nice bar and a restaurant area for my guests. Yeah, and then we opened and we waited first. This was like a soft opening, a first try, and we were waiting for walk-in guests, and it was quite successful. And then I decided to take also to use a travel agency like Booking.com, Agoda, and things like that. Yeah, and then we did our very best to make the people, the guests, feel home, and and everything started to be successful. Thanks God.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that wonderful answers to us. Here is the number 2 questions. What are the other things that you've been encountered while you are in your business?
What kind of other things?
Such like trials that you, while you are in times of competing the others resorts, just like that, sir.
I don't really understand the question. If you're talking about my competitors, what
Yeah.
I encountered there, I have to say I never had any problems with them, because I had my idea how to do this, and for me the people were the first thing what is important for me, not only earning money. So I did it my way, and the success gave me right. So I did the right thing to make the people feel home and happy, and then it got successful. And my colleagues or the competitors, they looked at me, but I'm not a really big businessman, I don't have a resort with 50 or 100 rooms, so it's quite, with my 5 small rooms, it's quite okay. Nobody is jealous about me, maybe sometimes, but I don't take money from them away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when we have thousands of people coming to San Vicente, then with only 5 rooms, you can imagine how few only come to me. But for me it's important, I don't care about the money. For me it's important that these guests, even if there are only a few, leave the place, leave San Vicente with the feeling they had been in a really nice paradise, in a nice place, and not only because of me, also the surroundings, the islands, the nature, the beaches, everything. So I don't have to say any negative about competitors or other people.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. And this, now we can proceed to the number 4 questions.
Number 3.
Number 3.
After 2 is number 3.
Here is the number 3 questions. How did you overcome some problems regarding on your business?
Problems? No, not really. Not really. The only thing is that sometimes it's difficult to get skilled people to work here in our resort, in our business. But this is easy to explain, because San Vicente is a very remote place, and let's say a couple of years ago, 5 years ago, there were not coming many tourists to San Vicente. So the people here, the local people, and I always I don't want to get people or employees from Manila. I can get educated people from far away, but this is not my style. My style is, I want to give the people here from San Vicente, the local people, the chance to earn money. And so I can't blame them, they don't have the experience. So sometimes you have to be very, how do you call this, you have to have good nerves, and you have to give them a lot of time, educate them again, and forgive them some mistakes, because it's normal, everybody makes mistakes. But this can be sometimes the only problem, because I want to give the best service to the guest, and when they come here they expect to get the best service, of course. And then you have some employees which are maybe not so fluent with English and some other things they don't understand about the perfect cleanliness, things like that. So this can sometimes a little bit of a hassle, let's say.
Okay. That was really nice answer, sir. Then next, how this pandemic can affect you into your business?
Not only can, I have to say the pandemic destroyed my whole business, because since 2 years already, you know, pandemic started in the year 2020 in around February, and then I was always fully booked the time before until then. And then the first guests started to escape because they were afraid they cannot come home anymore. So they cancelled their bookings, and it went on and went on and went on. And then after, I would say March, April, there were no guests anymore. Nobody was coming to San Vicente anymore. And when you remember right, we had a lockdown. It was really strict. This was important for our place. This is why we have only a few cases here. But of course, everybody who relies on tourists coming to San Vicente, and I'm not talking about only me as a resort or hotel, we are talking about the food court, we are talking about the small restaurants, even the sari stores got affected, because when guests are here, then they drive around with a motorbike, they need to fill up the gasoline, so they go to the sari stores, they want to have some snacks, they want to have some bottled water or whatever, you know. So everybody got affected, and this is until now, this is not only a small problem, this is a big, huge problem. And the only solution can be that the people here understand that they need to get vaccinated, because without the vaccine we can't open our country. You know, we can't open for foreigner guests. Last week Thailand announced that they will open now, because they have I think more than 50% already vaccinated. So they have some zones how they handle this. So everybody who is handling guests or foreigner guests is vaccinated already. Then they allowed only people who are vaccinated coming into the country. So this is a way how to do it. But when I was here, I was one of the first one to get vaccinated here also, because I'm like a little bit like a frontliner because of the business, not only also because I'm supporting the hospitals, the RHU. So, and I met people afterwards. They said, "Oh, you're vaccinated. Why you do this? Maybe somebody put a chip inside." I said, "Why somebody should put a chip inside?" And then I recognized that so many people they rely or they believe the false information in the internet. There are so many fake stories, and this is the worst thing what can happen, that the people believe these things and don't get vaccinated. So my appeal to everybody, get vaccinated as soon everybody, or let's say more than 60%, best would be 70% are vaccinated, then we can reopen our place and our country to foreigner guests.
And then the last question, sir, is did you experience what is the impact of monopoly in your business?
What is your understanding of monopoly?
Monopoly means we're such the one of the big company that can give you a supply, such like for example here in your business, where it's the one the investors. I mean, sir.
No, because I'm my own businessman, investors. I think when you're talking about monopoly, monopoly is, for example, when there is only one provider who provides internet, for example, and then he can dictate the prices, so he can make the prices whatever he likes, because there is no competitor. This is called monopoly. But here we have many businessmen like me, or businesswomen, sorry, also of course, and they do their own business, and we are not talking about making a price. Everybody has a different kind of style to operate the business, a different kind of accommodation. Let's talk about accommodation, about hotel. So also the prices are different. So like I'm at the beach, so maybe I can ask a little bit more. Another one is only second road, second lot or whatever. So he can ask a little bit less, and then also depends on what kind of comfort you're offering to suggest if you have air cons, if you have TVs, mini bars and things like that, if like me I have a swimming pool and so on. So it never can happen that there's a monopoly when you have a big resort and he has a lot of branches. Even they can build up in San Vicente only one thing, you know what I mean, but there still will be a lot around. So when this is your idea about monopoly, there is nothing what I would say there is. But when you're talking about a supply, office supplies or supplies, we also there is no monopoly because we have, let's say, the names like Rojas Commercial, we have the
Yeah.
24/7, we have John Eric, and we have some other stores, so I can go wherever I want to buy my what I need,
Needs.
alcohol, beers, as for the drinks, and food supplies like chicken, pork, the meat and everything. So even there, no, I have no experience about monopoly in my business.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your time with us.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
sir.
also.
Love